my thought was that he was going to sacrifice himself for Laurel.
Yeah.
And of course, that is exactly what happened.
Hello and welcome back to the Unboxers, and today we have for you another What Do We Watch with the season finale of Arrow.
Yes.
Of season
6.
Woo! Alright,
Yes.
so season 6 of Arrow. Have you been watching since the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, and I have been watching since probably
This is aptly
last
titled
season.
Life Sentence.
Oh, yes. Okay, so before we say anything, of course, this is the...
Riddled with spoilers.
Yes. Hey, you can steal a Batman thing. And it's we're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be talking about our live reaction, and maybe we'll do another video of predictions and stuff like that. All right, so kick it off.
If you watched the last video, I did talk about Paul Blackstone, Quentin, not his character not returning next season, and I had really thought that he was going. I don't remember if I mentioned it in the video or not, but I did. My thought was that he was going to sacrifice himself for Laurel.
Yeah.
And of course, that is exactly what happened. He took a bullet for her and did not end up making it. But one thing I did think was really cool was that they had Sarah come back and make an appearance. Now she's over on Legends of Tomorrow, but that being her actual birth father, they
brought her back, so that was
cool
nice.
That they brought her in.
The whole "you look like Laurel, but you're not Laurel" thing is like so. Okay, be done with that. Yes, she looks like the person, and everybody thinks she's the person. She's not the person. So, yeah, when he went, he's sitting there. Usually, before you go into surgery, in his state, he would have been comatose and stuff. I don't think he would have been sitting there like, I'm getting ready to go into surgery.
Yeah.
And, and then they're like, oh, goodbye, and then, you knew. So we were pretty much anticipating that. Now, my bold prediction, which did not come true yet, was that the FBI agent was not going to make it. I thought the FBI agent was going to get shot down, and therefore the person that he told that he was Arrow would not be able to hold it against him. But of course I didn't know all these things about he was probably going to jail, which you probably knew. Yes?
The only reason I thought maybe something was going to happen was because of the thing with that Stephen Amell had said you may not like where all the characters end up at the end of the season. So,
yeah, see, you read that. That was a spoiler. that was spoiled it.
In reference to Oliver going to jail, to Supermax prison at the end. So
Oliver got to, I don't know what you have in your notes, but anyway, Oliver got to apologize to, well, at least 2 of the 3 of the 4.
Several of the characters.
Who's I can't remember the guy.
Dog. The guy with the hockey mask?
No, not the hockey mask. The other guy. The other guy who came down the hall and said,
"Oh, Mr. Terrific."
I'm sorry, but you're not. You didn't apologize
Curtis.
to me yet. Yeah, he didn't exactly, and he might have apologized to Curtis more when the other guy was in the hospital, or I don't know. Anyway, right afterwards. But so apparently he's had this big epiphany of that everybody was kind of right and he needs to. But that also could have been because he knew he was getting ready to go to jail. So he was kind of trying to make amends. He was kind of trying to make it right. I think he did a great job acting on that. And as far as like where this episode left us, and like the season, but there's no reflection on actually the actors or the I don't know. I did not like the whole breaking up of the team to bring them back together quickly like that. I mean, all the stuff that was said, it was said over several episodes, so it was a bunch of crash and a little bit of put back together.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
And I mean, you kind of expected it, but I didn't like that, they left him, in prison. It wasn't like a cliffhanger, like, oh my gosh, I wonder what's gonna happen. You're like, oh,
he's going to prison.
So you gotta like figure out, okay, now what's gonna
and then he had the bad guy on the roof. He had Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz on the roof.
Finally had him looking like he was not in control. because he's been putting the smackdown on the whole time, and finally shoots the arrow and gets the gun out of his hand, and finally has him where. But okay, you asked me about the necklace, and I didn't discuss this earlier, but he was looking at the necklace when he was that close to him. Mm-hmm. So whatever he had on his arm, I think was
cloned whatever the
off of the necklace. So it's not like the necklace fell off of him. I don't think. And didn't we see, was it a teaser that he was back with his men?
Yes, at the very end they show him.
So he had to swim a long ways.
He's not dead.
But you knew once she and he went into the water that.
Well, I thought at first I thought you were like, okay, she killed him, and then you're like, oh, it's water. Crap, now he's.
Nope.
Now we're gonna have to have him.
The Hollywood trick of water. Someone falls off a roof. If it's in water, they're gonna survive. Yeah. Even if it's 50 stories, if it's in water.
Yeah, not true. If this was real life and they hit the water from that height, they would still be dead. But not in a TV show. Nope.
Okay, so you got any other tidbits?
Well, it will be interesting to see now because you have Black Siren, who's now kind of turned around because of Quentin's influence, and you have the Black Canary. So you're like,
I love their scream.
Now you have like two. You're like, okay, well, which one is, is one going to be the Black Canary and the other one do something else? Are they going to get rid of one? I don't know how they're going to.
And they're bringing the Yellow Canary.
Work that out. So.
And have a whole bird sanctuary.
So let us know in the comments which person you think should be Black Canary, Laurel or Dinah.
I like Dinah. I prefer her. I don't know if it's just because the whole I'm Laurel, I'm not Laurel thing, or just because I prefer her acting or whatever. Actually, I didn't like how she treated Oliver. All three of them, I was totally upset. Now I can kind of see where he's a little bit giving them more input that it had, but sometimes I just think like when you let it all out on a person that you admire that much. Anyway, it's just me, just a personal thing there. But and also I have another beef. I have a lot of beef with Arrow, even though I'm watching it. His wife. He didn't tell his wife that he was going to jail. He didn't prepare his child, and not only that, like there was no, oh, let me give you a hug. You're going to jail. They need to start acting like husband and wife and a family instead of two separate people trying to take care of a child.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to see, and it is good that they're together, but I've always, in the comics it was Green Arrow and the Black Canary were an item, but even from the early get-go, you're like, I know this is what's supposed to happen, but I really prefer him.
And I like her. I like her character and everything. But I do think they're acting like co-workers that are taking care of a child.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it has to be super mushy or anything, but just like normal everyday. They haven't changed. I don't feel how they're. Okay, so like Flash and what's the other one I was gonna say that they got together? Supergirl. When they get together, they act a little different than just like two co-workers. But anyway. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Alright. Okay, that's it. Goodbye. So, let us know what you thought of the season finale of Arrow, and hopefully we'll come back with a predictions video.
Yeah, I do have some notes on what I think may happen next season, or what I would like to see happen next season. So we will...
Well, how we think, maybe pull some stuff from further seasons, what we need to do new. I do think they need to change up a little bit of stuff. I mean, it is season 6. I mean, it has been season 6, so it's time for a little bit more.
Yeah, this is the show that started them all. Arrow came first and then started all the spin-offs.
This is true. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Let us know if you're an Arrow fan, if you're planning to binge watch and catch up. That would be awesome. And who your favorite character is on Arrow. I haven't thought about that. We might have to do one of that. But anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will ask you once again, what do you watch?